So the last set of challenges we wanted to touch on are just really the purely technical ones that result from kind of going with the DIY approach. We've touched on a few of these along the way, but specifically things like, the time it takes to index the search database. This can often take hours, and as a result, it has to be done nightly or during periods of low site traffic. And when that indexing takes hours, if you find you need to take any of the actions like removing product or sometimes even just changing a price, depending on how things are set up, that might trigger a reindex during high peak times on your site. And you'll run into issues when that happens, and that can lead to downtime and loss of revenue. Another challenge we see is, the occasional just failure of search or indexing. And at the end of the day, it's a highly configurable piece of software that you're customizing and you're tuning to your business. But like all custom software, that comes with the risk that at some point you're going to break it. So how long does it take you to roll those changes back, rebuild, recover? That's all going to depend on your development processes and how robust your search engine tuning approach is. So it's a variable you have to account for. We've also talked about how even simple configuration changes can require IT or development resources to make. That has a time, a cost, and an efficiency impact. Many of the enterprise commerce customers we work with expose some but not all of those configuration components to the user. So even when they do expose those components, there's often still fairly technical in nature, and they require some deep understanding of what's happening on the back end. Not what I consider user friendly. And of course, the last we can't forget is performance, which here I'd say includes really accuracy of the results, the time it takes to get those results, and sort of the reliability of the system providing them. We've touched on accuracy in both the configuration and tuning sections, but really just to reemphasize the challenge, it's extremely difficult, especially with those complex multi-brand, multi-department catalogs, to determine what a user is searching for and present them with relevant results 100% of the time. And just the amount of manual labor required to just go through and replicate common terms that are used, and much less anticipate ones that might be, is really daunting. Performance from that more technical perspective, what I'd kind of classify as response and reliability, is also an area we see our clients struggle. Ultimately, you're building your own piece of complex software that needs to be architected, hosted, scaled to meet the demands of your business. Sure, it's easier these days with cloud-based servers and automatic scaling capabilities of the various platforms, but there's always issues that need to be resolved. And at the end of the day, if you build it, you own it.